Now this ought to be a good time.
Yo guys, Amse here, bringing you guys a dual com with Austin, aka Figsew. But first I'd like to say thank you for 1000 subs. It really means a lot to me that I finally achieved this goal after 3 years. So thanks to everyone who's been supporting me from day one. So you're probably asking what I'm going to do as a special. And to be quite honest with you guys, I don't really know yet. I'm either gonna do a 24-hour stream or I'm gonna play with subs. Or if you guys got any other ideas, just let me know in the comments. I usually read all of them and respond. So anyway, what are we going to talk about in this commentary? We're going to talk about the Buried 104 game we got yesterday. We're going to talk about the map itself. We're going to talk about playing it in custom games and our opinions of playing some certain maps in custom game. So yeah, we got to round 104 as I said before, and I'm just gonna start up with the basic stats of this game. So the time up to 100 was 16.5 hours. The time up to 104 we eventually errored out was 18 hours. Figsew had 16 downs in this game. I had 5 legit and 7 overall. One from my console lag and one being AFK in the early rounds, which I didn't record. So yeah, Figsew is just going to take over now and talk about his downs, how they happened and stuff he thinks about map itself and custom games. So yeah.
Alright, so hey, what's up everyone? Figsew here. Basically I had 16 downs like Zombie Slayer just said. I had, I think, 8 downs due to, like 8 out of the 16 downs were basically due to my controller disconnecting, so I don't personally even count those. I have them all recorded if anyone wants to see them, but yeah, I did take 8 downs from that happening, and then I think I took another down from the first round after our sleeper. I thought I still had flopper and I dove off of a building, not even really thinking about anything, and I took like a really stupid down. So yeah, anyways, like basically about half my downs really weren't even like, I don't even really count them, but because they weren't even like very skillful anyways. But so what I'm going to talk about today are a few things basically about the map generally and custom games being legit or not, which is probably one of the biggest topics going around this community lately. Anyways, as you guys know, we made it to round 104 in this game, which can technically be claimed as the world record, because in Phoenix and Blacktail's video, there's no gameplay of them playing on the exact round 105, and for proof of this, you can actually check the link for this in the description. This community is based upon legitimacy of video proof of your zombie games, and when you only show video proof up until around 104, then cut gameplay off and claim that you made it to 105, it doesn't make sense to credit you the extra round. Now, reasons on why you shouldn't be credited, not just one extra round, but for anyone else that decides to do this and gets a lot higher of a round on this map or any other map and decide to not show proof. I'd have to say the biggest reason would be the fact that me and Zombie Slayer are ranked 30 and 31 on the online Xbox leaderboards with the highest round on the map. Now, I'm not saying that Phoenix and Blacktail did glitch an extra round or anything like that, because they do show a lot of gameplay in their game and are looked at as legit players, but the point I'm trying to get across here is that anyone could simply glitch 110 rounds and try to claim their game as legitimate, and no one would know if it's legit or not because there's no gameplay provided. So this is why games like Phoenix and Blacktails, for example, would be basically downgraded one less round. Without having rules like this in the zombies community, then there'd just be a bunch of chaos and anarchy, and it's just not really necessary. So furthermore, I'm going to discuss, I think the names were Soy Muscleman and X-Pro I Maniatic. They basically made it to round 107 co-op on Buried, and they decided to play their game in custom games, which is no longer looked at as legitimate due to being able to get higher rounds than people who play in public match, and also the fact that if you go and watch their video, the link will be in the description as well, they invited a friend into their game on round 106, and then they were playing with him for a while on round 107. So it's like, why would a game being played from a 2-player basis going to a 3-player basis be looked at as legitimate? Even though it was on the last round of the game, it just should not be looked at as legit. So anyways, an example of how playing custom games can achieve you higher rounds would be Figsew. I think on PS3 he got a 131 co-op on Mob of the Dead in custom games, and the previous rounds on that map were 115 by me and AJ Diones and 116 by AZP Richtofen and Sizmamoon. Both of these games ended due to a script error, or G-spawn, I think AZP Richtofen and Sizmamoon said. So anyways, yeah, basically they are getting errors, and I also got an error like 15 rounds earlier than the other people that played custom games, because they back out of their games to take sleepers, or they do whatever, like they pause the games when they need to take breaks or anything like that. So it's just really like, it's unfair to the community to play in custom games, and also not uploading game-ending rounds or anything. This game that we played would, I guess, be looked at as a joint world record, and that's all I really have to rant about. So do you have any last things to say, Tommy Silver, or no?
Yeah, what I gotta say about this whole custom game thing is, like, just for an example, if you play custom game on like Die Rise or so, that doesn't give you like a real advantage if you record the full game. Just use it for like take a sleep break or so. I don't have a real problem with that. That's what I'm trying to say. But on maps like Mob of the Dead and Buried, what Figsew covered in the last couple of minutes, that's like another thing, because we just got to around 93, right, the day before we started up the 104, and we errored out holding a zombie at the window. And if he would have played custom game, he would have just I would have just simply left the game, and we wouldn't have any problems. So if you just look at it, people who play in public don't have like this.
They don't have an advantage.
Yeah, they don't have that advantage to take sleepers like that. Because our problem that 93 also was that the big guy, Leroy, whatever his name is, glitched out at the bank, so we couldn't hold a crawl or anything. That's why we had to hold a window, and we got errored after like 1 hour and 40 minutes or something like that. And these other people who play custom game, they just like backed out and slept for like how long they just won it, which is just not fair to people who play public games. And that's just for like Mob of the Dead and Buried. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone should like run these games in public, so no one has like a real advantage against other players. That's what we are trying to say. I don't have a problem, like I said, if people play on Die Rise custom, that's like, don't really care about it, but people should play Buried and Mob like public, so everyone just goes into the game with the same like advantage and stuff. Like, yeah, that's what we are trying to say, and that's just not fair, because we just wasted like 13 to 14 hours on that 93 game just to get an error, and that would not have happened if we played custom game. And that's that's the point we're trying to make with this. And yeah, that's just all I gotta say about this right now.
Yep, so I guess that kind of wraps things up. Everything that we have to say about these games and other games played with other people.
Yeah, and also this 105 game, which was the world record before this 107 custom thing, it was they put in their title like 105 suicide, but they just cut out the video at 104, which could probably mean they died like on 105 and just wanted to put suicide in their title. Like, nobody really knows. They had like some hours of proof on their channel, but I just can't see like the 105 which they claimed on their title. They just got it on the leaderboards, but no footage of that actual round.
Because anything could have happened. They could have erred on 104 and just didn't like upload it, and then who knows, like anything could have happened really, so.
Nobody knows what happened, like, they just cut it out of the video at 104, and if you put suicide in your title, like, most people expect to see a suicide in 105, so that's just a point I don't get. I don't say that that game wasn't legit, it was played online, they had the same advantages as we had, but that's still, like, pretty weird. And, like, that 107 day, these, like, Spanish people got, is like not legit in my opinion, since they had these advantages we didn't have, so yeah, that's just the point I'm trying to make, and that's just not fair against people who play in public, and yeah, that's it for now. Anyway guys, so this was just a quick commentary over these topics, so I'm just gonna put the montage of this game now in the video, so yeah, hope you enjoyed this quick commentary of us, and yeah, see you in the next time.
See you guys.